presenting you the best hill stations of the world. India is quite good when it comes to mountains and hill stations. Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir is a paradise on earth, famously known as the heaven on earth. It is situated gracefully on the banks of river Jhelum. It is often referred to as the Kashmir Venice, one of the most romantic places of the world. Supervised learning. Supervised learning is an approach in creating an artificial intelligence system where the program is given a labeled input data and expected output results. The AI system is specifically told what to look for, thus the model is trained until it can detect the underlying patterns and relationships, enabling it to yield good results when presented with never before seen data. A perfect similar example is our schooling system. In our schools, teacher teaches certain scenarios and teacher explains that this is what is supposed to happen when certain scenario happens. So this is a perfect example for supervised learning. So your teacher teaches 1 plus 1 is 2. Hence you are trained to understand and memorize that 1 plus 1 is always 2. So this is a perfect example for supervised learning. So in the future states, in the future days, when you encounter the same problem, you will exactly prepare the answer, come out with the answer saying that 1 plus 1 is 2. Hence a supervised learning system exists. So here you see this is a pictorial representation of a supervised learning where you find the raw input data. This raw input data is being fed to an algorithm, and this algorithm is designed by a supervisor who shares a training data set, and he says for particular data set this is the desired input. He says for the training data set 1 this is supposed to be the output, for training data set 2 this is supposed to be the output. So the supervisor trains this algorithm with predefined data and results, and hence processing happens and you get the output clearly. So this is what is called as a supervised learning method in machine learning. So how does a supervised learning work? So supervised learning is based on training. The system is fed with massive amounts of data during its training phase, which instructs the system what output should be obtained from each specific input value. As I said in the previous slide, a teacher teaches 1 plus 1 is 2. Hence, we logically accept and memorize that 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's the training phase. The trained model is then presented with test data to verify the result of the training and measure the accuracy. In neural network algorithms, the supervised learning process is improved by constantly measuring the resulting output of the model and fine-tuning the system to get closer to its target accuracy. So the algorithm that is being developed is being trained, and the algorithm is also fed with training data so as to check and measure the output. So the level of accuracy obtained depends on two things: the data available and the algorithm in use. So if you're planning to build an ideal supervised learning model, you should have two great ingredients. One is the test data. So test data should have multiple varieties, and the algorithm that you're designing should be trained to accuracy. So this is a perfectly controlled system. Number 2, unsupervised learning. The real game actually starts now. So unsupervised learning method which tries to make sense of the data in itself. There are no external measurements or guidelines in unsupervised learning. The algorithm just has to comprehend the data, detect the patterns or similarities. So here's where the essence of machine learning starts. So your data is being fed and your algorithm has to sense and detect the patterns and hence drop its own algorithm or develop its own algorithm for the objective. how does an unsupervised learning work? So an unsupervised learning works by analyzing the data without its label for the hidden structures within it, and through determining the correlations and for features that actually correlate the two data items. So the hidden structure, sometimes called as a feature vector. Feature vector in positive terms is the prerequisites or the elements required to build the algorithm. So the hidden structure, sometimes called the feature vector, represents the input data such a way that if the same feature vector is being used to reconstruct the input, then one can do that with some acceptable loss. So what the supervised learning models actually do is to measure the familiarity of the coming data with the past seen data, observing the pattern. Again, the word that underlying in this line is the observing of the patterns, and make inferences with that comparison like clustering. Unsupervised learning often tries to take advantage of statistical patterns that reoccur in the data. Statistical tools are important elements in unsupervised learning. Reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is a training of a machine learning models to make a sequence of decisions. The agent learns to achieve a goal in an uncertain, potentially complex environment. In reinforcement learning, an artificial intelligence faces a game-like situation. The computer employs trial and error to come up with a solution to the problem. Here, the pictorial representation as shown below. Here the agent is your computer or your self-driven car or whatever be the subject of discussion. That particular instrument is what is called as an agent. When the input raw data is fed, this agent selects an algorithm and he selects the best action. And depending upon his selection of the best action, he is either rewarded or punished. So in that way, the agent is made to select the best algorithm and to have an iteration unless and until a best algorithm gets devised. Reinforcement learning and how does it work? In reinforcement learning, an artificial intelligence system faces a game-like situation. The computer employs trial and error to come up with a solution to the problem. To get the machine to do what the programmer wants, the artificial intelligence system gets either rewards or penalties for the action it performs. Its goal is to maximize the total rewards. Although the designer sets a reward policy, that is the rules for the game, he gives the model no hints or suggestion as how to solve the game. It's up to the model to figure out how to perform the task to maximize the reward, starting from totally random trials and finishing with sophisticated tactics and superhuman skills. Reinforcement learning is gamification in action. Saint Moritz, Switzerland, Europe. It is a resort town in Engadine Valley in Switzerland, Europe. Switzerland is the only place which is the first that comes in everyone's mind while planning an hill station vacations. Best known as High Alpine Resort in Engadine. The height is almost 6,000 feet. It offers the beautiful sky resorts which are mostly visited by upper level tourists and international jet tourists, as it is quite expensive. Pakistan has numerous hill stations and Bahrain is one of them. Bahrain is one of the top hill stations of Pakistan. It's located in Swat district of Pakistan at an elevation of almost 4,600 feet height on the banks of Swat River. The place is famous for superb landscape sites and natural beauty. It is one of the favorite hill stations for tourists. Pokhara, Nepal. Pokhara is Nepal's #1 adventure and leisure destination. a gateway to treks in Annapurna region with plenty of entertainment for individual travelers and their family. In Pokhara, you can experience the excitement of adventure, boating, hiking, pony rides, paragliding, bungee jump, zipline, simply relaxing at one of the several lakes in the city. Types of supervised learning. Supervised learning is where you have an input variable X and an output variable Y, and you use an algorithm to learn the mapping function from the input to the output. So it's a control function, Y is equal to Fx. So for different values of input X, there is an output Y. So it's fixed and it's trained. So the goal is to approximate the mapping function so well that when you have new input data, that you can predict output variable Y for the data. Supervised learning can be further grouped into regression and classification. These are the two types. Classification and regression are the two types of supervised learning. A classification problem is one when the output variable is a category such as red or blue. It's called classification. Red, blue, disease, no disease is a classification. Regression is a real value. A regression problem is when the output variable is a real value such as dollars or weight. Examples of supervised learning: linear regression for regression problems, random forest for classification regression problems, support vector machines for classification problems. You will understand these functionalities better in the upcoming modules. Types of unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is where you only have the input data X and no corresponding output variables. As explained in the previous slides, with the input data X, the algorithm tries to devise itself by observing the patterns. The goal of unsupervised learning is to model the underlying structure or distribution of the data in order to learn more about the data. Unsupervised learning problems can be further grouped into clustering and association problems. Clustering. A clustering problem is where you want to discover the inherent groupings in the data, such as grouping customers by purchasing behavior. Association rule is a learning problem where you want to discover the rules that describe the larger portions of your data, such as people that buy X, which also tend to buy Y. Most of the e-commerce sites use this algorithm. Examples for unsupervised learning: K-means clustering problems, a priori algorithm for association rule learning problems. So you will understand more about these examples in the upcoming modules. Examples for unsupervised learning: linear regression for regression, random forest for classification, support vector machines for classification. Types of reinforcement learning. As explained in the previous slide, reinforcement agents are trained on a reward and punishment mechanism. The agent is rewarded for correct moves and punished for the wrong ones. In doing so, the agent tries to minimize the wrong moves and maximize the right ones. So this is the agent. So this agent is being fed with the data. This agent devises the algorithm and he makes trial and errors on various mechanisms unless and until the best mechanism is arrived. So the best mechanism is rewarded, whereas the wrong mechanism is being punished. So examples for reinforcement learning: Q-learning, SARSA, DQN, DTPG. We will learn about these learnings in the further modules. Let's review today's learning. So we have machine learning. There are three types of learning: supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. Supervised learning is one where the algorithm that has been built is being trained with perfectly coupled data sets. And we have unsupervised learning where the data is fed and the algorithm is supposed to observe the patterns and devise and develop the algorithm until a perfect and ideal algorithm is reached. Reinforcement learning is one in which the agent gives trial and error methods to arrive at the best algorithm. Kakadu National Park, Australia. In Australia's biggest national park, you will find ancient landscapes with thundering waterfalls, lush rainforest, wandering wetlands, exotic wildlife, and ancient rock art. Covering nearly 20,000 square kilometers, Kakadu National Park is a world's heritage list renowned for both its cultural and natural values. Thank you for spending your valuable time in understanding the various types of machine learning.